And it was Christmas morning for Schrager.
I'm so happy.
Seeing this news, you have a sparkle in your eye.
And we haven't even talked about Saquon Barkley, who my dream, and just signed with Rock Nation and Jay-Z, which is a whole other issue.
Jay-Z, I saw that.
Did he go number one overall?
He could.
All right, let's play a little bit of That's What He Said, because we cannot wait for Wild Card Weekend. Just a couple of sleeps away. There are 4 ridiculously thrilling winner-go-home matchups to look forward to. So let's see how many of the biggest playoff topics and other top storylines we can get to in this round of That's What He Said. To get us started, I want you guys to take a listen to Panthers quarterback Cam Newton just yesterday on what the playoffs are really all about.
This is when the real football starts. You know, he's explaining it to the young guys or the guys that haven't, witnessed, playoff football yet. This is where you're made or broke. And, I look forward to these type of moments because it brings out the best in the individual, because there's so much pressure. And we all know what they say about pressure does one or two things. And, we're hoping to shine like diamonds on Sunday. And we all know what they say about pressure does one or two things. And, we're hoping to shine like diamonds on Sunday.
Shining like a diamond. Are you guys confident in Cam Newton's big game ability?
What do you think, Nate?
I am. I'm very confident in him. He says pressure does one of two things, either makes diamonds or busts pipes. And for Cam Newton to talk like that, it's funny because we look at him and when he has a big smile on his face and he dresses with all that flamboyancy, his pipes, and for Cam Newton to talk like that, it's funny because we look at him and when he has a big smile on his face and he dresses with all that flamboyancy, we kind of forget that Cam has been in it and he's been through it. He's a grown man. This is no young pup. So for him to be able to walk in that locker room and say, guys, we're about to walk into the postseason, it's a lot different. All right, we're going to have to turn it up a notch. So I'm confident in what Cam's doing and what he's going to bring to the table.
It was a game that they lost a few years ago in the playoffs up in Seattle, and it was a Saturday night game, and Cam went in there, and Cam played his butt off. And I was like, wow, okay, this is a young core. I think it was like a second year in the league or third year in the league. And then they beat Seattle at home. Then they beat Arizona in a big playoff game. He's done it. Like, Cam has done it before. So I have no doubt that Cam Newton will bring his A game. I just don't know if those receivers
is it enough?
And those weapons are enough, because Lattimore and Crawley and Marcus Williams, those guys are ball hawks, and the Saints, their defense has had the best of Cam Newton this season.
Kyle, it's a tall order because the margin of error for Cam Newton is really small in this one.
Yeah, it's something I talked about yesterday. I think he's the one quarterback in the NFC field who needs to absolutely be brilliant to win. He needs to have an A game. I'm thinking about the game he played up in Silicon Valley. His last playoff game, guys, was 23 months ago. It was the Super Bowl when he went up against a juggernaut of a defense. I don't think the Saints have that defense, but I do believe in Cam in a big game. He is the most emotional player in our league and the most contagiously emotional. I think he's going to be on fire this weekend.
Now let's get to the good stuff.
Let's do it.
Titans defensive tackle Jurrell Casey. It's some pretty harsh things to say about Jaguars quarterback Blake Bortles on Tuesday. Did you guys see this?